So tell me, ladies and gentlemen, who is the lost Yankee superstar that no one talks about? One of the greatest pitchers in Yankee history, a money player, three-time World Series champion, American League MVP, where pitchers were very rarely given MVP awards. Who do you think it is? Well, for us in the baseball we know who it is, and one of the followers of our channel, a very dedicated follower, Ryan Thompson. Thank you, Ryan Thompson. RTT, as I call him. Spud Chandler. Now, Spud Chandler is a part of Yankee history that nobody talks about anymore because if you did, people wouldn't believe it. He was an American pro baseball player, played MLB as a right-handed starting pitcher, and played his entire career for the Yankees from 37 through 47. He was named American League's MVP in 43 after anchoring the team's pitching staff with a 20-4 record as New York won its third consecutive pennant. His 1.64 earned run average that season was the lowest by any major league pitcher between 1920 and 1967 and remains a Yankees team record. Now, in 11 seasons, he never suffered a losing record with a total of 109 wins and 43 losses. His career winning percentage of .717 is the highest of any pitcher with at least 100 victories since 1876. Now, Chandler was born in the beautiful Georgia community of Commerce to Leonard Ferdinand Chandler and Olivia Catherine Hicks. He grew up in Franklin County and graduated from Carnesville High School in 28 and attended the University of Georgia. He played football there as a halfback, throwing a TD pass to help defeat Yale in a 1925 game dedicating a new stadium. He also pitched for the baseball team and competed on a track squad. He is a brother of the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity and graduated with a degree in agriculture. Now, batted right and threw right. Had his MLB debut May 6, 1937 for the Pinstripes. Now, he spent 5 seasons in the Yankees organization after signing with the squad, his favorite since boyhood. Chandler finally made his major league debut at age 29 on May 6, 37, and went 7-4 that season with a 2.84 ERA and 6 complete games, including 2 shutouts. The following year, he was 14-5, and in 39, he was 3-0 with 11 relief appearances. Although the Yankees won the World Series in each of those campaigns, Chandler did not appear in the postseason. Bothered by injuries during his early career, after records of 8-7 and 10-4 and 40-41, he improved further to 16-5 and 42, finishing third in the AL with a 2.38 ERA and earning his first of 4 All-Star selections. He was the All-Star Games winning pitcher in 42. Chandler had 1 start in the World Series each year, but lost both times as the Yankees were triumphant in 41 and 42. His greatest year came at 43. In addition to his outstanding ERA, he led the league with 20 wins and 30 starts, as well as had 20 complete games and 5 blanks. In 253 innings pitched, he gave up only 46 earned runs, allowing only 5 dingers. His 134 strikeouts were third in the league and equaled his combined total of the previous 2 seasons. He made the AL All-Star team for the second time in that campaign. Chandler finally had a successful World Series, pitching 2 complete game victories, including a shutout in the final Game 5 as the Yankees defeated the Cardinals. Winning the MVP award for that campaign, he bid out to the great Luke Appling of the White Sox, and Chandler remains the only Yankee pitcher to win the MVP award. Now, after 1 start in 44, he entered World War II military service with the Army for nearly all of the next 2 seasons. He returned in 46 with another All-Star campaign, going 20-8 with a 2.10 ERA, second in the league to Dale Newhouser, and a career-high 138 strikeouts. That year, he also had 20 complete games for the second time in his career. He earned his last All-Star selection in 47, but finished the year with only a 9-5 record as injuries ended his career at age 40. He pitched for the last time in the historic 47 World Series against the Dodgers, pitching 2 relief innings and a Game 3 loss to the Dodgers. In 4 World Series, he had a 2-2 record with a 1.62 ERA, 16 strikeouts, and 1 shutout. Now, over his career, Chandler was 109-43 in 211 games, 109 complete with 26 shutouts, with a 2.84 ERA. He had 614 career strikeouts and gave up 64 home runs, and in 1,485 innings pitched, allowed 1,327 hits. As a hitter, he was also excellent. He had a batting average of .201 with a .234 on-base percentage, 110 hits and 548 at-bats in his career. And what I call his Ken Holtzman moment. He had 2 home runs and including a grand slam on July 26, 1940. Chandler was also a fine fielding pitcher, committing only 10 errors and 501 total chances for a career fielding percentage of .980. He later managed in the minor leagues, became pitching coach with the KCAs in 57-58, and scouted for several teams before retiring in 84. He was inducted in the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame in 69 and into the Franklin County Sports Hall of Fame in 97. He will later be inducted in the University of Georgia Ring of Honor in 2000. He died at age 82, survived by his wife and 2 sons. And his passing was in the great community of South Pasadena, Florida, on January 9th, 1990. Now, here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Were it not for the war and injuries and the 5 years he spent in the minors, would he be in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Of course, because the Yankees had tough pitchers like him. But the fact is, when you have as many good players on the Yankees that he had in the 40s into the early part, the post-war era, you can be lost in the shuffle. But you got to look, the numbers are there. Now, recognition of these type of players have kind of passed a lot of people by. But my father kept on referring to him in many ways as the Dave Steve of his generation. When Steve was on, nobody could beat him. He had a 2.5 ERA, good on to complete games. But imagine 30 starts and 20 complete games. You don't get any better than that. You're not going to see that in 2023 ever again, even with Ohtani. But I think the Yankees, if you look back at the great Yankee teams, or what he called the DiMaggio era, Spud Chandler owes as much credit for those great teams as anybody else. Your number 1 or number 2 starter, and always him on the mound, you knew he was going to do something important. Wouldn't strike you out with big heat, use a few non-fastballs to get you. But Spud, he was a pretty good player. Maybe what you call the lost superstar, because again, you take the 5 years he played in the minors and the injuries and the time he spent in the war, he could have won easily another 100 games. And don't forget, the Yankees had enough players they could support pitchers like him. He could do relief as well, or like a 6-inning pitcher. And it wasn't the biggest drink of water as well, like I said. A very, very important. So as we go along again, 4-time All-Star, 42, 43, 46, 47, 3-time official World Series champion, 41, 43, 47, Yankees 37-47, MVP in 43, wins leader in 43, and he won the Triple Crown that year, AL ERA leader in 43. When I say Triple Crown, MVP, wins, and ERA. So ladies and gentlemen, Spud Chandler, your lost Yankees superstar of the week. If you like what we're doing with our Yankee podcast, please let us know. Want to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And don't forget, like Ryan Thompson did, all requests are highly considered and highly, highly appreciated. If we can do a podcast on your favorite player, we will. We're not here to promote the channel per se. We're promoting you that keep the history alive by listening to the history podcast. We're not only doing on baseball, but for hockey, football, all the tremendous players we featured. Again, we're here for you. You got a request. If it's something we can do with respect, and if it's not like somebody involved in too much negativity, I don't do Barry Bonds. I don't do Keith Hernandez. I don't do certain people because whatever peccadillos he had, Pete Rose as well. This is a pure history. This is not, rewriting history. Thanks for listening. And Spud Chandler, you motivated a lot of Yankee fans through the years. I know the fans of the Bronx Bombers would be happy to know at least you're getting some recognition on this warm Yankee night in America, July 25th, 100 degrees across the humidity in North America, especially New York, New Jersey. Thanks for listening. Bye.